Okay, super awesome. Sankash Narvekar here. Welcome to this video. And in this video, we are going to be learning how to make the interlace model. Okay, and the basic funda behind this video is not to make just one simple model, but how do you make such kind of models really very quickly and really very fast, so that you can quickly build any kind of conceptual models with this kind of a pattern, with this kind of a process. Okay, so first of all, when we head on to modeling any kind of a form, okay, when you go on to modeling any kind of a form, just look at the basic form, the basic sketch that you have come up with. Okay, now as architects, the first thing that we do to generate our design is we sketch, right? So we sketch maybe plans, a section view, a 3D view, or any kind of view that you do. So first make that sketch, and once you do that, find the common patterns on how you can use those common patterns and how you can use the plugins in SketchUp, the tools of SketchUp, to quickly build that thing. Okay, and this is something which comes out with practice. The more you practice, the more faster you get. So that is what I suggest every one of you. Alright, so first of all, let's just look at how do we make the interlace. So first we look into the form. Now if you look at the plan, this is the plan. You have the plan in Google. You can just Google the plan, and you can see that there is this basic hexagon shape which has been repeated along the plan. Okay, and then we have these blocks which are along the lines of that hexagon. Okay, so this is the basic thing. So let's just start making the basic form of interlace. So I'll just make a hexagon over here. So I'm using the large tool set for that, and right now I'm not giving any proper measurement as such because this is just a conceptual model. Okay, so we just make this and try to replicate the pattern. Now what I'm doing here is, what I want you to look is not just look at how I'm making the interlace, but any drawing that you're doing which has some or the other patterns similar to this, you can apply on that form. Okay, so if you have made a plan which is this kind of a shape, or maybe it's a triangular plan, maybe it's a circular plan, whatever it is, you can use such kind of tricks. Just deconstruct that form and try to build it quickly. Okay, so first of all, I'm just making this basic shape. Okay, now let's just go back and look at this. Okay, so we have this hexagon here, then we have one here, then at the center we have one, and at the two sides. Okay, so similarly I've made this model that way. Alright, then once we have done this, now we have to look that see, we have all of these boxes at the lines. Okay, and how do we put the boxes at the lines is by using this plugin which is called S4U components. Okay, now what this does is it makes each and every line into a component. Now it has multiple features. Okay, it can make even your faces into components, it can make your lines into components, and a lot of different things. Now for this particular purpose, what we need is our lines to be components, because you can see the shape over here. All of these lines are into boxes, and all of these boxes are staggered and stacked in on top of each other. Alright, so first what we'll do is we'll select each and everything. We'll do a right click and we'll select only the lines. Okay, we'll select only the edges. Now how did I do that? It is by using Selection Toys. Okay, it is a free plugin. Just download that. It's a great time saver. Okay, let me tell you, it has saved a lot of time for me. You can actually select any kind of a particular thing, any edges, shapes, components, groups, everything. Okay, you can select them separately. Now once I've selected the lines, what I'll do is I'll click on this tool over here, which is lines to components arrange. Okay, this icon. So once I click on that, it'll ask for your email address. Actually I have authorized it, but I don't know why it's asking. But yeah, so it has created my lines to components, and now you can just delete and get rid of all these faces over here. Okay, and now you need to separate these things. Now what we have is, see, you can see that all of these lines, they have these boxes, but all of the boxes are not at one single level. Okay, you have some boxes. Okay, so if we look at this image, okay, you have some part of the hexagon which is down, then some part comes up, and the other part keeps on going up. Okay, it keeps on stacking. So first of all, we need to separate this hexagon. So how do we separate it? You can just look at the image on how you want to separate it. Okay, so I've just practiced this a few times by looking at the image, so but still actually I need to look at the image. So let's just look at this ground floor. So you can see that you have this hexagon over here. Okay, or let's just see if we can find a ground floor plan. Ground plan. Okay, so we've got a plan over here. We'll make our work very simple. So we have these parts here, then we have this one here, we have this one over here. Okay, and what you can do is you can even minimize your screen if you want. Okay, you can just keep it this way, and let's figure out if we have it properly selected. Okay, we have these selected, we have this one selected here, and let's select this one. Okay, these ones and this one. Okay, now we have to separate this. Now for separating, I'm just using the move, and now you can just easily move it because these are components and these are not edges. Okay, if they were edges, they would be attached to each other and it would be very difficult to move them. Yeah. Now the point is to remove the excess things. Okay, now here you actually don't have blocks over here. Okay, so if we see the top floor plans, you can see this part over here, it is completely empty, it doesn't has anything. So now what we have to do is we'll just get rid of these things. Okay, so this is the process which I am following by practice. You can follow your own process, but the thing is, just know the plugins, know how do you deconstruct the entire model. Once you deconstruct the model, it becomes easier to build that model above. Okay, now let's look at what do we need to exclude. Okay, so clearly there is no this structure, there isn't any this kind of a structure, and there is no this structure. Okay, so we just remove this. Then what we need to remove is, okay, so you can see there is no this line, you don't have this one. Alright, and then if you can see, we have this part, we don't have this part as well. We can remove this part also. We have this, we have this. Then do we have, yeah, we have this. Do we have this thing? No, we don't have this part. Okay, so we just remove this. We have this one here. Do we have this? Yeah, we have this. Then we have this one. Do we have this? No, we don't have this part. Okay, so we just remove this. Alright, so now it pretty much looks like we have done the proper thing. Now the only thing is we need to stack these on top of one another. Okay, so now as you can see, since these are components, you just have to create one single component. Now let's just measure this thing. So it's 3110. So let me just make something around 4000, or yeah, let's just make it 4000 mm by somewhere around 1500 mm. Okay, this looks cool. I will just make it into a group and I'll make it into a component. Or even if you don't make it into a component, that's totally fine. Okay, you don't have to make it in a component. Let me just explode this, because you are anyways going to place it into a component. Alright, now I'll just place the center point onto over here, then we'll just rotate it, press the up arrow key so that you get the axis fixed. Then you can place this in the center. Okay, then how do you place it in the center? Just make a line. Okay, select the midpoint and then place it in the center. Alright, and now just look at the magic that is going to happen. Okay, I'll just increase this, I'll maximize this and reduce my camera. Okay, now just look at this. So you have this thing selected. Okay, you can even make it into a group if you want. Let's just make it into a group. Then I'll do a Control X. I cut this, go totally inside this, go to edit and do a paste in place. Now when I do a paste in place, this one component is placed in every other component, which is a line. Okay, and this saves a hell lot of time for me, because one change I do in one component, it gets reflected to all the other components. Okay, so this is the amount of time that you can save if you are building something which is very much typical. The block is typical, but the design is staggered. Okay, so when the design is staggered, just make all those staggered things into one component by using S4U components, and then you can just put in any block that you want. Okay, because the block would be anyways typical. Alright, and guys, if you have liked the video so far, please hit the like button and ring the bell icon and hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any such future videos from me. Okay, and guys, if you want this model, the rendered model with all of these trees and stuff and all the rendered settings in V-Ray, just like this video, subscribe the video and comment yes I want, and send me the email ID on my Instagram and I would be mailing you the video. But make sure you like and subscribe. That is the criteria for me mailing you this video. And you know, the best part about this is you would have all the V-Ray settings already applied to your model, so you can just straight away place any model that you have created and you would get this kind of a render for that model. Alright, so if you want this video, just do all of these things what I've said, and yeah, you'll get the model. Check your inbox. So just do that and let's resume with the video. And now it is like very much simple. All you have to do is just place these, stack these on top of one another. Okay, and one thing, major point which I forgot to mention was that you know, you need to actually note down the distance from which you have moved. Now let me just make this into a group and I'll tell you how do we do that if you have missed it. Okay, so I'll just press K. Yeah, so it was earlier this way. Okay, yeah, but it's totally okay because now we've actually got it. But you know, when you move this onto the right, just move it at a distance that you can remember. So I'll just move it at a distance of 30,000. Okay, so then when you get this part up, you can just move it at a distance of 30,000. Alright, and now it's very simple. You just have to keep on stacking things on top of one another. Okay, we have stacked this, but now you know, there are some blocks which aren't there, like this block isn't there. Then we have some blocks which, you know, we don't have. Now for that we'll have to, you know, check the 3D model or any kind of a sketch or a plan. Let's just go one step back and I think we'll be able to get that thing. Okay, we'll be able to find this. Okay, now even from this one plan you can figure out how the placements are. You can see there's this one block on the ground floor, then you have the first floor, and on the third floor you don't have any block. Okay, so similarly just check these blocks side by side. Are you able to find those blocks the similar way? So what you can do is we can again minimize this, just take it a little bit towards the right, and now let's just check this. Okay, so you can see there are two blocks here. We don't have any block over here, so let's just take this out. You can see now you have these proper two blocks. Okay, then you have one block which is on the top, so we'll just place this on the top, which is over here. Okay, and then this looks cool. You don't have any block over here, so I just took that out. Okay, then you have one block which is on the top, so we just place this on the top. Okay, and then let's check this side out. Then you have this block. Okay, now you can see these two blocks are intersecting, but you can clearly see you don't have any block over here. Okay, so we'll just place this block onto the top so that we get this place clear and it becomes proper. Alright, then you can see you don't have this block as well, so I just take out this block and done. This is the basic shape that we've got for the interlace. Yeah, and this is actually a conceptual model. Okay, it is not a realistic model. This is something, you know, which you can build while you design stuff, while you make a sketch and you want to check out how that particular sketch is going to look onto your site, and does it, you know, even fit on your site, and does it like approve, or does it have all the criteria that you want to give onto your design. Alright, so this gives you basically the shape, and then if you want to decorate your conceptual model more, since this is a complete component, okay, it is a single component, you can edit this really very quickly for any submissions that you want to do. Okay, like I've just divided this into now 5. Let me just do that once again. Copy this on the top, and then I'll have to just divide this by 5. Okay, so I've got 5 different floor plates over here. Now if there was something which I wish to do over here, okay, like build an elevation projection or something like that, I could do that. Okay, now for that I'll just select this one line, and then you can use Profile Builder, or if you want to go for a free tool, you can just use lines to tubes. Okay, now this follow me, diameter 100 mm. Okay, so I've got this tube over here, but I strongly suggest to use Profile Builder for this, because Profile Builder works like amazing. Okay, it's just an amazing tool. Let me check, where is my Profile Builder? Here it is. So let's just build this using Profile Builder now. Okay, so we have the center part as the profile, and let me give 75 as the dimension. Okay, now this dimensions, you can already give it. You are architects, okay, you are really good with dimensions. Okay, so whatever is the dimension of your site, you can just give that dimension, right? And now I have just built this profile, and you can see the profile has been placed onto each and every component. Yeah, this is the beauty of creating components with S4U components. Okay, and now it's just a game. You just quickly do all of these things, and you are actually done with your model. Okay, for right now I'm just leaving it at this stage, but basically you get the idea, right? So if I want to make a terrace, I can just make a terrace like this over here, push this thing down, and you get a terrace everywhere. Okay, so guys, this is how easy it is to build any kind of a typical model with a dynamic design. Okay, so if you have different a very out of the box design with similar components, with similar typical typologies, with similar blocks, you can go with this kind of an approach. Okay, and this is not something which you need to memorize. Just find out the trick, how it is happening. You just need some basic knowledge of plugins and a lot of practice. Okay, because practice makes you perfect. Once you practice, you come to know how you can solve those problems better, and yeah, this is what it takes. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any doubts, or if you want to learn something else, and if you want to know how you can model some particular thing in SketchUp, just feel free to drop down a comment. And if you like this video, please drop down a comment telling you like this, what particular feature did you like. And yeah, let's meet in the next video. Until then, bye bye and take care.